you think that my profile is good enough to start an international career? Do you know how many times I was asked this question? I don't even know anymore. Several times. And the funny thing is that normally I'm asked this question at the very end of a process with a client. I mean, after we have redone his curriculum, his LinkedIn profile, define a new job search strategy, do the interview preparation. After that, the candidate is still hesitating about if he's good enough to dream about to achieve an international position. I wonder if he was the whole process thinking about it. And I also understand why it happens. I know it can be very overwhelming to start planning from zero how to land a career, how to start a life, how to get a job in a new country. And I know because I have been there. I moved to Spain 15 years ago and I started from scratch. So I didn't know anyone there. I was not really sure about what I was going to do, which kind of jobs I could dream about, how was the market, how I could apply for jobs, how was an interview in another country. I have been there, so I totally understand what you're going through. Also, I worked for many years as a recruiter, so I have been the one on this side of the story interviewing candidates that were applying for their very first job in the new country. So I know how it should be from the interviewer side, and I know exactly how it should be from the candidate side. So let me share my experience with you if you're thinking, am I good enough? Can I dream about it? Is it worth it for me, or is it just waste of time? Let's talk about it more in details. Talking about starting an international career is easy, right? You can have this conversation with friends, you can talk about someone you know that made this step, you can talk about something you read on the newspaper. So talking about it, it's easy. But from talking to making it come true, there is a long way. And that's what people normally don't take into consideration. It's way easier to talk about it, to dream about it when you are in your couch, just waiting and talking about it without taking the steps to make it happen. Let me be very frank with you. It won't be easy. I want to say that again. It won't be easy to create from scratch an international career. It's definitely easier if you stay where you are because you know the environment, you know people. If you don't have a job right now, you probably had a job before, so you can, you have connections, you can try something that you already know in your environment. But when you start something in a new country, even in a new city, but let's make it more complicated for you, in a new country, it's all different. And you need to be ready for that. If you make a decision, if you really want to do that, first thing is accepting it won't be easy. I need to create a strategy. I love this word because that's exactly what you need. If you just keep trying things, oh, my friend told me that, oh, I read in a newspaper something about it, or let me go there and try to find my way. It might work, but it might not work. So if you decide a strategy since the beginning, if you are intentional about what you're doing, the chances that it works for you and faster increase a lot. If having an international career is your strategy, you need to put the time to make it happen. And when I say putting the time, I mean several things, from choosing the city and the country you want to live, choose the neighborhood, start making connections with people that are already there, check the job offers available. If you have kids or if you have a partner going with you, what does this person or those people will do that? Where are they going to study? Where are they going to work? Check your savings to see if you're in the right moment to do that. Maybe do some extra work right now to get more money that you're going to need in the future. Talk to people that can help you in the process. There are several actions, and not only related to landing a job, that you can start taking right now to make your path easier. But it all comes to, is it a priority for you? Did you decide that you want to land an international career? If yes, go for it. You might be ready right now, but you might want to invest in your profile before you move to the new country. And when I say invest in your profile, I mean check the language level. Which language they speak in that country? Which is your language level right now? Do you need to improve it? Is it worth it to do a language course here right now where you are? Or maybe you go there and the first action you're going to take is sign up for a language course. Can you take some private classes? Or do you speak another language that can be a plus and help you to land a job and to survive and to communicate with people there? So language is one of the things that you want to be intentional about, and also other skills. So for example, if you get to know the job market in the place that you are going, and you know that there is a need for one specific tool, one specific area, one specific program, something that you can learn maybe doing a course, why not giving it a try? This is something you can do where you are. Maybe there is an online course that if you wear that in your curriculum, it's going to be way easier to land a job there. Or maybe if you start working as a freelancer or a side gig to your current job in the area related to the area that has a big demand in the future country, that will open doors for you. So be strategic, get to know the market there, get familiar with that, have an idea about the kind of job offers, the requirements, what they're looking for, the technical part, the skills, and see if right now there is anything that you can do to improve your skills to be more aligned with what they are looking for in the new country. I have spoken to several clients who wanted to move to a new country. And when we go deeper into the conversation, sometimes they tell me, Juliana, my priority is not actually landing a job in my area, but if having the experience of living abroad, there are different ways to do that. You can sign up for a language course, for example, and you're going to be living the country, the experience, the culture, and improving your language at the same time without the pressure of, I need to find a job as soon as I arrive, which is also valid. You just need some money, some savings to be able to afford that, right? Other people might choose a backpack trip. You know what? I'm going to go for 3-4 months and just travel the world and try to clarify my ideas, and after I'm going to come back to my home country and then I'm going to define a job search strategy, which is also great. There is no problem about it. You enjoy your traveling, you enjoy your backpack, your free time, sabbatical period, and after that you clarify your ideas and then you define a strategy to land a job. Other people cannot afford that and they actually need a job, a reasonable job at least, if not a great one, since the moment they arrive in the new country, because they need to pay their bills, which is also valid. But this situation will require more planning from your side before you go there. Don't just wait and trust a miracle or luck or I know things will happen somehow. I wouldn't put my life into just luck and waiting for a miracle. If you care about your profession, if you need the money, if you wanna keep working in your area, be intentional about it and plan things in advance. The more you plan, the higher the chance you have to speed up the process and succeed. Is it going to be easy to land a job abroad? No, not at all. As I said at the beginning, it's way easier to stay where you are. But if you're looking for easy solutions, then you shouldn't be watching this video. Don't waste your time with that. Nobody said it's easy, but let me tell you, only people who tried made it happen. I have spoken with a lot of clients who had this idea, had this dream, but they never took the action to actually walk the walk and build up an international career. It is possible. The criterion, the speed, how much you want it, it's all in your hands. You can ask for help, you can get some guidance on the process, but still, you will need to put the time and make your part in the story. You probably are an excellent professional in your area. You probably have many years of experience in your area, but looking for a job, creating a job search strategy and landing a job is a totally different story. Just because you're an amazing engineer, it doesn't mean that you're going to land a job like that, because there are some things on the way. There are some strategies, especially if you're talking about a job market that you're not yet familiar with. So put in the time, creating a strategy, talking to people, reading about it, being original. Because if you just apply for jobs, send in your curriculum, let me tell you, it won't work. The old strategy of spray and pray, like you send your CV to several places and countries and you just pray it works. It's not working anymore. Having a good curriculum is important, definitely, but it's not the only thing that will make you land a job. It might happen to some people, but again, don't trust luck or don't go with that 5% of people that, suddenly they apply to 2 jobs in a new country, they got an amazing job offer and there they are. I want to talk about real people. So let's not trust just a miracle that can bring you there. Build up your way. It is possible. It is accessible. It is something you can dream about. But if you just dream about it, it won't come true. I always tell my clients that they should start their job search at least 2 months before they move to the new country. If you can start before, even better, but at least 2 months, because you don't create connections from one day to the other. It sounds very desperate if immediately, as soon as you connect with someone, you're already talking about job search and if they have a job and if they can introduce you to someone who works in that company. So to make things more natural, it's important to create a stronger connection before you talk to people about jobs in the new country. If they get the chance to know you, if they see that you're an expert in your area, they will also be interested in offering you something that is available, or talk to you deeply about your experience, or meet you for a coffee when you get there. Checking the offers that are available, the real offers right now, so you understand the requirements, you map the companies that recruit for your profile, you start following those companies, you start connecting with people work there, you gather information about the companies and the position, you check different options. Maybe you're going to live in a city, but there is a city 20 minutes from there that have more options related to your area, so why not consider that? Connecting with people from your area, asking for advice, establishing meaningful conversations and connections, and reading the content that people working in that company want to work for, which content they talk about, which events they go, which are the projects they are dealing with. All of that takes time. You need to dig into the new reality. And if you can do that before you move to the new country, even better. But those things take time. Make your decision about, do I only want to move to the new country once I land the job, or am I okay to move while I'm still doing job interviews and all of that, because I have a cushion, I have some financial savings that I can live there for some months without working. Every case is different. So you need to stop and reflect about your situation. Be sincere with you. Stop comparing yourself with other people, because maybe your cousin was in a different situation. Maybe your best friend, when he moved, the context was totally different. Right now, what is your situation? Which is your reality, your priorities, the time you choose to dedicate to prepare this transition, how you're going to do with your family or with people that go with you, what you're going to do with your stuff that are here, your physical stuff, your flat, your bed, and all of that. So plan. There are a lot of things to plan. But if you have the job search strategy cover, this will release a lot of pressure, and you start doing that step by step, day by day, and that will for sure help you in the process. So Juliana, do you think that I'm good enough to start an international career? Well, that's up to you, not up to me. There are career coaches like me that can definitely help you in the process, show you the easiest path. But again, there is no magic. I cannot do the job for you. I cannot put the time and the effort. I'm not you. I have done that before, and that's why I am where I am today. But all I can tell you is that it is possible. I have seen people from different areas, from different nationalities, with intermediate English level, for example, some with higher English level, but every case is different. People coming from different sectors, different cities, people that just graduated from the university, others with 10, 15, 20 years of experience in the area. Every case is different. There is not a pattern like, okay, if you have more than 10 years experience, it's not good because people will think you're overqualified, or if you just graduated, you have no chance because nobody will give you the first one. It doesn't exist. I have seen successful cases in all the situations. So make your decision. Be strategic about it, and the sooner you start the process, the better. I know it can be there are several actions related. No, again. There's an alarm.